Hi everyone, Ironclad Cobra here. Today I'm going to review my Odroid Go Ultra. In my last video, as you know, I just did the unboxing or the quick impressions. Today I'll talk about the firmware and I'll do some gameplay. Right in the video description, the steps, how to use the Retro Arena firmware. But before I do that, let me first do a big shout out and a big thank you to Steve from Tech Toy Tinker. I'll include his YouTube link in the video description. He's the guy who is working as a developer along with other names like Johnny on Flame on the Retro Arena. And another special thank you to Andy, who is also helping me on providing instructions on how to flash Retro Arena on the eMMC or the internal memory of the OGU. So let's get it started. Let me first start the OGU, as you see here. As you see, Retro Arena, Tech Toy Tinker, Steve. Thank you so much again for the great work. I included around 55 game systems in my OGU, as you see here. I included a couple of the classic systems and then a little bit, this is the favorites, all games. So as you see here, I have around 22,700 games, ranging from classic systems, and then Capcom, MAME, Neo Geo, and then Game & Watch, Pokemon Mini, Nintendo DS. In the future, guys, I'm planning to do a comparison video between the OGU and the RG552, so we can do some advanced gameplays as well. So today I'm just going to focus on a couple of systems. They will be the PSP, PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast as well. So before I continue, let me just tell you that on my device I use the micro SD card. This is my personal recommendation, the Samsung Evo Select 256 gigabytes. Of course you can go with 128 as well, but I personally use 256 because every time these go on sale on Amazon they go about $20, so I just buy one or two just to have some extra SD cards ready. So just make sure to use a high or good quality SD cards like Samsung or SanDisk. So now I'll include in the video description how to flash Retro Arena on the eMMC. Of course you can as well flash it on the SD card, but remember, if you flash it on the SD card, every time you boot up your device you have to press the reset button together within the boot up, so it goes to the recovery mode. I think it would be easier to flash it on the eMMC, which is 16 gigabytes. And Retro Arena is about 15 gigabytes, so it's designed to populate or overwrite the internal memory, so you would have the system running. So these are, while I'm speaking, I'm just browsing through the systems that I have. Okay, the steps will be also included with the links needed. Just make sure when you copy your ROMs, make sure to have them in the right file format. Otherwise, you might have run into some problems displaying the systems. Okay, MSX, and then Sharp, Atari. I'm a big fan of Atari, as you know, in my last video. Okay, so now let me just start some gameplay. I personally had some favorites here. All games, favorites, couple of games. I'm going to use PlayStation 1 Disney's Hercules. This is one of my favorite games from the 90s. Although it says PlayStation BIOS not found, but the games are still running. This game was one of my all-time favorites on PS1. Okay. So.
What are you doing? Get your sword!
Okay. Now let me try probably a little bit difficult to emulate systems. Like, let's go with, I think it was probably, let me see, in the PSP, I think. I'll try to go with the Outrun, Coast to Coast, 2006. Okay, as you see here. Was it in Sega Saturn? No, I think it was in PSP. Yes. Okay, just a sec.